Just getting set up here. Hopefully it's all good. Sorry about the slight delay, everybody. For some reason, when I went to hit start, it froze. Alright, it's Sunday, which means today is Sunday stretching. I don't really have a plan outside of stretching in general. Hopefully it will be a full body stretch. Right now I don't know if there's anything in particular I'm going to be focusing on because I haven't checked in yet with myself. But once I do, I'll probably be able to get into more specifics. For now, I'm going to start with a 5-minute leg and arm warm up on the rock stepper. Get my body warm to start moving. I didn't just wake up, but I did just start talking out loud. Obviously, to myself, that would be a little weird. But yeah, so forgive me for the next few minutes if I seem like I'm just kind of rattling, like a bumbling fool. Like a bumbling fool. But I am feeling good. It's a sunny spring day here in Seattle. And I am awake and I am well rested. For those of you that are wondering how my sleep schedule's been going the last couple days, you know, sometimes natural remedies are better than whatever concoctions they like to tell you to do. Try medications and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm feeling very well rested. Feeling very good about my sleep schedule. And I'll talk a little bit about my plans for the week, a little bit about what I did last week. But yeah, speaking of plans, my arms, y'all. I've talked about my arms before, briefly on stream, but I've always had really, really buff arms. When I was younger, people would just assume that I could like fight. This is my my opinion. I don't really know for sure, but I think people just assumed that I could fight and that I was, you know, somewhat dangerous, aside from just being the stereotype of a black woman. But because my arms are so big, my arms have always been really muscular, and so it's not something I've ever been ashamed of, but it's just like, I don't want it to look like I'm one of those people that's like, I want my arms to be stacked, because it's really never been my goal. So I just never really paid any attention to them as far as like trying to make them bigger or anything like that. But my arms, my traps have been looking like they're getting old. The old lady traps when they start to get all juicy and jiggly. I've never thought that would happen to me. But I've noticed that my traps look like they're moving more than I want them to on average. So I'm going to be doing something about that for myself. And even just these little movements, it's not like a ton, but it's more than I would be doing, obviously, if I wasn't on the rock stepper. So try to incorporate them as much as I can. And I got about a minute and a half left on this. I could be going faster, but honestly, warming up with this thing is really nice. Because you can slowly ramp up. You don't have to force yourself into a super high intensity. But yeah, let's go faster. This is me going faster. So yeah, that's more or less if I really want to get the cardio in. too messy in here. I don't know what all you can see. It is super messy in my place right now. I try to clear the view of the camera, but I've been trying to, maybe we can call it spring cleaning. It's more or less spring projects that like I can finally get into because it's warm enough outside. Did a little bit of yard work. Was that last week? I think it was last week or a little over a week ago. On stream, my last stream, which was what, Thursday? I tried to put together my dog stroller that I purchased. Sorry, I'm not scratching my boob, but I don't want my shirt to stick to my body the rest of the stream. Yeah, so I have a stroller that I got my dog so that I can rollerblade with her on the beach and not have to worry about falling on her or anything like that. And I tried to put it together on stream, but when I went to put it together, it looked as if it was missing the rod because it had all the pieces, like these are the pieces you need in the image. And I said on stream, I was like, oh, the image doesn't match the picture, but I still tried to put together and I determined that the rod was missing. Well, after I finished streaming, I still kind of messed with it a little bit because I was just like, well, you know, I'm gonna have to take it back. I might as well just mess around with it. And it turns out that the rod was actually already attached to the stroller. So the picture, like I said, just didn't match. And the stroller that I had, the rod was already pre-attached or like pre-welded to the base or whatever. So the stroller is all put together. I actually ended up taking it out that same day. And went on a nice little walk with my girlie. The first walk, she was not as comfortable in it, which was interesting because like you could tell she's not like scared, but you could tell she wasn't like oh, this is like a fun thing. Like I think she thought she was like going to get to the vet or something, you know, like she was like in anticipation that wasn't excited. And then I took her again, and the second time, where did we go? First we were at the beach. We started off at the beach. Well, I wanted to just go to the beach and chill, soak in some sun. And I drove, so she was with me and we drove to the beach. She sat with me on the beach for a little bit, and then I was like, you know what, I still want to keep walking, but I don't want to have to carry her because, you know, like I said, she's a little too old to do walking. So I came back, put her in the stroller, and then walked to a park that's close to my house, and then she seemed to really, really like that. And we sat at the park for, I would say, like a good 15 minutes before she got bored and wanted to come back home. So that was pretty good. But yeah, the stroller's working just fine. I think it'll be really good for rollerblading. Yesterday, I also went out of the house. I left the house more than once this weekend. I can't remember what I did yesterday though. What did I do? I gotta like get into my planner again. I have been kind of bad with paying attention to my planner. But what did I do? Yesterday was Saturday. I took some stuff to the post office maybe. I definitely ran some sort of errand yesterday. And also on Friday I left my house as well. So I left my house like 4 days in a row. And it's all because of the sun. Oh, I did some laundry yesterday too. There's a laundromat that's really close by my house, thank goodness. And I have, I feel like most people, their comforters are too big to wash inside of their home washer and dryer. So I had to wash my comforter yesterday. I had to do a couple of trips to take it there, obviously, wash it, then go back, turn on the dryer, and then come back and pick it up. So during the time where I needed to go back to the laundromat to put it in the dryer, I took my bike, and my bike is already ready to go for spring now too. It does kind of feel like the back tire is a little bit flat. Just feels / sounds like it, but then when I look at it, it doesn't, I mean, it has air, so I don't know, I might want to go just like add some air to the tires or something. But between the stroller with the rollerblades and the bike with the basket, my dog should be good to go for spring. I won't have to worry about her too much. Plus she's got her really cute Care Bear plushie hoodie that she's in love with, that I love her wearing. It's like I have a little extra stuffed animal, Care Bear puppy. It's so cute. I don't know why I didn't get one sooner. It's definitely one of those things where I'm like, oh, it's cute, but I don't need it. And now that I have it, I'm like, why didn't I get it sooner? And I also want more. But like, we don't need more. I do wish that I had gotten the plushy Care Bear hoodies over the standard Care Bear hoodies. Because she does have standard Care Bear hoodies that now I feel like can't hold a candle. Can't hold a candle to the new one. I do feel sort of tight. I feel like I haven't stretched in a long time. That may be true. That may be true. But yeah, so what do I want to do today? I would like to plant my flowers, because all the flowers and plants and trees and stuff bloom at slightly different times, obviously. And I was kind of waiting to see what was happening in my backyard, because I have a bunch of trees and plants and stuff all around the perimeter, and the trees are officially covered in leaves. Took a couple of weeks, so now there are leaves on the trees, which is nice because it's given me like extra privacy on my windows, like my old place where like there were peeping toms in the winter because all the leaves would fall. And then in the summer, the leaves would cover the windows so you couldn't see it. So it's kind of like that. They're still coming in. But yeah, so there's that. And then I have a few flower trees. Some of the trees have flowers on them, and only like 10% of the flowers on the trees are budding. So I think that's a good time to like put the seeds in, because I don't really have any plan this year for the backyard. I just kind of want to see what it's going to do, what kind of work it's going to take. So if I put seeds in the planter box, it'll kind of just be a way to see like, okay, how fast do they grow? What do they look like? Yeah. I was looking for like a tree or a chair to hang from the tree, like one of those like swinging trees or something. But they all look really, what's the word? Bulky for the space that I have. Because it's not like a giant tree that I have. It's yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a hanging tree. I might have to do one of those like pod swing trees or something. And I do have these like just like basic little lawn chairs in the back that I could sit on if I wanted to. So it's not like I don't have anything to sit on back there. But it's all coming together with the weather. The weather just makes everything better. I came out of the store last night on a cereal bender because the store is having a sale on cereal, and I don't know why. I went into the store hungry and I came out, I kid you not, with like 6 boxes of cereal. I know. I do that to myself from time to time, and then I have to throw away cereal that's expired because I'm like, I remember eating this cereal when I was a kid, and I'm gonna buy it now, and then I don't always eat it. But when I came out, I had on shorts and it was warm, and it just like sent me back to this part of the desert I was in with my grandma one time. We were like at this really cool casino. I don't know why it reminded me of that, but we came outside and it was like a cotton candy sky. And I remember thinking like, I feel like I'm in space right now because of where we had just came out of. And I was just like, what is life? What is life? And that's what I felt like. I don't know why that memory like rushed into my head when I came out of the store yesterday. But I was was wearing shorts outside at night, and I was like, this is how life is supposed to be. Hopefully we were okay with the sound. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not a little concerned. Is this happening? It is. I don't know. Sunshine. Sorry, y'all. That just sounds like a TOS song for sure. Okay. Let's get back to it. Anyway, I was rambling anyway. Like I said, I have no specific plan for today's stream. I'm just very happy I woke up naturally and well rested. And yeah, like I said, sometimes you want to do everything that, your doctor says you're supposed to do. And then you try something natural and you have no issues whatsoever. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I should probably plant the seeds before I go ride my bike. Because I feel like if I go ride my bike, I'll probably decide that when I get home I'm just gonna relax and not even do anything with the seeds. And the seeds shouldn't take me that long. There's this reel I saw and it was like how long it took me to do it versus how long the task actually took me to do it. And it's basically like, you have those like to-do lists of things at home and it's been on your list, like for example for me since I moved in and it's still not done. And then they do it and it's like, it took me 30 minutes to do it, but it's been on my list for like 30 days or whatever. And so I was thinking about making one of those because, like I said, I moved in here and I have things that I had to put off because of the weather, like spray painting my tiles. It's like how long I've had to do it versus how long it took me to do it. I think it would be funny because I actually still need to go to Home Depot and get more tiles. And I also want to do like touch-up paint as well. I might do that today. Touch-up paint, tile spray. I also want to do plants. Still need to put the wheels on the bottom of that freaking shelf. I pulled it out and now I don't want to put it back until it's done. But I got the stroller put together. So that's good. I think I'm gonna bike ride today instead of rollerblade, just cause it was nice to hop on the bike yesterday, I'm not gonna lie. And I haven't taken the bike down to the beach from here specifically, which sounds crazy to say, but it's just not been warm. It's fine, it ain't warm enough. Oh. when summer comes around, man, I think I'm gonna try and go camping. I was kind of scared to go last year, to leave my stuff in my house and everything, but I think now my place is a little more locked down, just in that some random person can't walk into my house and say they have rights to live there. Here, they have to give me like 24-hour notice or something. And if I go camping, it'll probably just be for like 2 days or 3 days with my dog. And her. Let's get into these. Why am I acting like I know this song? Do I know this song? Do I know this song from another life? From another life? This view, the view that is on the screen right now is so very pretty. One of those resort views when, like, if you've ever been to a resort and you know, like, people will literally they'll wake up at like 30 minutes before sunrise to run out to the cabanas so they can put their towel on a fucking chair and not sit there all day. That's so annoying. Like, I want this to be my spot. So they literally will put their shit on the chair and then not use it the whole day. Come out to the spot like twice. And then it's just like a spot with a towel on it the whole day. Very annoying, very annoying. I haven't been on a vacation in a very long time. But I'm not complaining because I've been on more vacations than most people ever get to go on. So whenever I want to go on a vacation, I have memories to think of. And for that, I am grateful. I know what I'm missing when it comes to vacation. And, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's so nice. I do miss my green juices. I feel like that's the thing about being on vacation that I do, like, kind of obviously love is the amount of food that you don't have to think about, because everything is just like so exciting or like already there, already thought of. Like when you're on a vacation at a resort, like the meals are usually like all inclusive, so it's just a matter of like what sounds good and how long you're willing to wait for your food. And then when there isn't a resort and you're just like traveling around the city or something, then it's like you see something that sounds good and you might not even be hungry, but you're like, I don't think I'll ever see this item again and I need to try it because it looks amazing. And then you get that culinary heartbreak when you try it and you realize you love it, and then you're like, I'll never be able to have something like this again. That was me in Switzerland, and I had, what did I eat? Oh, I can't remember what it was. It was like a specific type of kebab, which is funny because like Switzerland and kebabs, but they have pretty good kebabs in Switzerland, the part I was in. And I found a kebab place here in Seattle that is got similar kebabs. They're pretty pricey. It's like $25 for one kebab, but it's like the closest I can get to it. But yeah, that culinary heartbreak is no joke. little lunge here. And the cover over. Do, do, do. Yeah, I think it'll probably be best for me to just plant some flowers and then take the bike out. my socks. Maybe I'll do a flow tomorrow. I feel like I haven't done a flow in a long time. This one always feels so nice. Deep, deep, deep stretch. This one is always hard, but I like to try. This is as close as I'm getting to reaching my back foot. Feels good. Definitely like just stabilizing. It's one of those things that people, I don't always think about. So it looks like, oh, it's not hard. It's just a movement. But when your body isn't used to those shapes, it's nice to just practice getting into them slowly, without weights. feels good, so I'm just going to switch sides instead of rotating. Okay. Oh, that feels nice. Oh, I just got the hiccups. Oh my gosh, I lost so much cereal yesterday. The thing about it is like, yeah, I just have way too much. Stretching is feeling so good right now. You know what I just thought about? What if, because I live so close to the beach, what if I just start doing stretching sessions on the beach and recording those live and just having like you know how people have like those like PayPal, Cash App, whatever things of their accounts where people join, they can just make a donation if they want to. They like decide they want to start stretching, or if they just walk by and they're like, oh, I encourage what you're doing. That's a good idea, right? Because like in theory, I could be on the beach regardless, have some music going to be working on my sound stuff, be stretching, be streaming, all of the things. while the weather's nice. And it's free to do that. I could bring my drums, take my drums out. Yo, that's so Australian though. Like, when I really want to, like, you have no idea how much I miss doing drum circles. Australian drum circles are unmatched. I'm thinking about it. Yo, I'm like putting together all the pieces in my head, and that would be really easy for me to do. Because it would just be like mats and pillows and shit if I even wanted to bring those things. I wouldn't have to. But that would make it so like it's an obvious invitation to anyone that wants to join to have the like donation sign out, right? But also make it so that it's like, hey, don't mess with me if you're not serious type shit. Right? I can't believe I just thought of that. That's not a horrible idea. Yeah, because then when I don't want to stretch or when I'm tired of stretching for a bit, I can just decide to do sound work. Work on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. Okay. So I'll have to take advantage of the warm days. Streaming, I do have a microphone sock for the wind on the beach. So that should be good. I am nervous about investing in song bowls because I've wanted to buy some for a couple of years now, and they're not cheap. So the reason why I hesitate is because I do buy stuff that I don't necessarily use, and I don't want it to be one of those things that I just like buy and then it's just like junk, you know. But I need to have more than a few tiny ones because the little baby ones that I use for my classroom aren't going to be helpful for a beach session at all. This is going to be a short stream because I feel like I've already kind of wound down from what I was doing after I just got that idea in my head. And I'm kind of like planning out what that's going to look like. And I'll have my little baby in her little crate, in her little stroller crate. I won't have to drive if I don't want to, unless I bring the bowls for sure, but I'll probably get a backpack for the bowls, so that'll be okay. Speaker wouldn't have to be too loud. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it, you guys. I'm nervous, but I think I'm gonna do it. Oh my gosh. Stretching sessions at the beach. Sunset stretching sessions at the beach? That might be cute. Sunset stretching at the beach? That might be cute. Oh my gosh, you guys. What if I do sunset stretching at the beach? It'd have to be around like 9. That's when the sun goes down. Feeling alright when the sun sinks down over the water. Okay, yeah. I started late today. I started at like 11:08, I think it was. I don't know, I started at 11:05 or something like that. And it's 11:58 right now, but I just got this idea to do sunset stretching at the beach. And now I want to start writing it down and like figuring out what the next steps are to make this happen, because I don't think it'll be hard. I think the hardest part about doing sunset stretching at the beach is going to be getting the gumption to like get out there. Because even if nobody joins me, stretching at the beach. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. You need to go look for a spot that would be cool to kind of go take over. Because I like the sand, but the sand is not good for all of the things like speakers and dog eyes and lifting your foot up above your head. So ideally it would be a part of the beach that's got grass. But yeah, you guys, oh my gosh, did I just come up with my first session, my sound sessions? Sound session at the beach. It's going to be a Sunday stretching. Sunset stretching sound sessions. Ah, it's a tongue twister.